It was improbable. It certainly is hilarious. The Growlers find themselves in the postseason again after winning over 10 games straight in the month of March. That one loss, of course, in the 9-10-1 coming in our final game of the season, against the St. Louis Blues. The question, obviously as it normally is, heading into a playoff episode, really every episode, is what do we do with the Lions? And yeah, we're just going to leave it. Let's be honest, there's no reason to change it up at all. The Lions are staying the same. The goaltending is staying the same. The defense pairs are staying the same. The one thing, of course, that we really need to do is take a look at what we have on the special teams units, because the power play and penalty kill were abysmal. So I wanted to quickly go through that process live on the episode so people could see, like, hey, here's the thought process of it. And that way, hey, if you disagree with me, and you might have the ability to be like, hey, you should have done this, and you might have been right. So first and foremost, I want to work on the just the defense pair for the power play and the penalty kill. Obviously, Hugo's going to be on the power play. That goes without saying. And with that 88 defensive awareness, he's likely to be on the PK as well. I feel like that's pretty straightforward. Cade Darby, certainly not on the power play, potentially on the PK. I mean, I imagine Pierre Leroy will be a little bit better, but, who else is going to be there out of these six defensemen? So we'll see about Darby. Philippe Sauve, 84 offensive awareness. Maybe on the power play? Maybe. It depends on Leroy's offensive awareness and everything else. It's probably going to be Leroy. But that 86 defensive awareness, I think he is good to go for the PK. Aaron Sim, not awful offensively, decent defensively as well. I'd say more reliable than Darby, of course, with that 85 defensive awareness. Belmar. Belmar's an interesting one. Sauve, he has better passing than Sauve. Doesn't have better shooting. I'd probably say Belmar potentially on the power play. Because here's the thing, I don't know if we're going to go one defenseman or two on these pairings, but Belmar's got a pretty good shot. And then there's Pierre Leroy, who, is obviously going to be there. So if we run one defenseman on each power play, it's Leroy and Hugo. If we run two, Sauve and Belmar also get onto the power play. And I think we'll have Leroy on the PK as well. He has 1 point better in defensive awareness than Darby. So our top four defensemen are Hugo, Sauve, Sim, and Leroy for the PK. We're going to make sure that they're there. So the question now, of course, power play and the PK unit. And I think Philippe Ariome, for good reason, is likely to be on both. 94 offensive awareness, obviously good passing, good shooting across the board, but defensively as well, the 91 offensive awareness, which again, he's a sniper. It really does seem like player development this year more than at any other point in time is just completely random. I've argued for it in this series. I'm going to continue to argue for it. Player type should not be a predetermined thing. Player type should be based off of the attributes that a player currently has. And I think it's fairly obvious that Rayome, if you were to round out these attributes, would probably be a two-way. The puck skills aren't higher than the defensive awareness. The shooting is 3.5 stars somehow. So, yeah. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. That's at least my argument for if you're not going to let us change player types, then that's, player type should be based on the attributes no matter what. But hey, we got to deal with it for now. Zach Larue, obviously on the power play. 88 offensive awareness is incredibly solid. The defensive awareness at an 86 will probably see him on the PK as well. And then Wes Corazzini, obviously on both. There's no way to not put Wes Corazzini there. He's arguably our best player in terms of just a well-rounded nature. So, it's not really surprising to say that our power play, our PK, is pretty much just going to feature our best players. Cole Huckins, has that wicked shot power and decent offensive awareness, but I can't imagine really putting him on the power play. Like, he has that aggressiveness. I don't know. Maybe. He's got a decent shot at the PK as well. Obviously, I don't think his overall is actually that low. We could check, but he's one of those guys who, he's had a 10 overall point fluctuation at times. Aiden Hannon, you know, he is a pure sniper. I'll give EA that one. I mean, at least he developed as a sniper should. But 85 defensive awareness, I'd probably place Huckins. Well, actually, if you look at it, I'd rather go Hannon than Huckins on the PK because of the skating. I mean, say what you want about Huckins and the bigger body, but Hannon having the same defensive awareness, being a little bit faster. In theory, right? Like, I'm not saying that's the go-to, because who the hell knows? This game does, of course, feel so random at times. But in theory, if you were looking at this from a realistic scenario, you'd want Hannon out there because of the speed. Jaden Hines, I mean, the 99 defensive awareness. He has the really good, playmaking category. It's tough to say he shouldn't necessarily get a shout on both. That's actually a really tough call, what we do with Jaden Hines and whether or not he'd be there. Pascal Duchesne, I think, is just kind of outmatched by other people we've already seen on the power play and the PK. Tim Orr should probably be on the power play. Probably. With that playmaking ability. Jacques Lapierre, well-rounded, decent shooting, but not power play worthy. Cesar Duchesne, good shooting category. I think we could potentially use him. What about Cogliano? Cogliano, of course, has the great playmaking category. Like, we don't have a lack of playmakers. We just clearly have a lack of goal scorers. And then Boucher is very well-rounded as well. So I think we pretty much have it set. And, I mean, if we take a look here, the option is there for 4 defensemen. I don't think we'll use 4 defensemen on the power play. So we're going to have Hugo and Leroy kind of leading the way defensively. Top power play unit. We want Realm. We want Corazzini. We want Larue. And I want Hannon up there. And then after that is kind of the debate where there's 5 different players, including Huckins, including Hines, and then Duchesne or Cogliano. I think we'll take Cogliano off for Tim Orr. And that'll pretty much do it. I guess the big question is, can we get the proper shooting setup for lefty-righty? And we actually can. It worked out perfectly. 79 face-off, 68, and an 81. So let's go ahead and go with that setup there. And then for this side, obviously we're going to swap Hannon over. And Larue will be the center over Corazzini. So that is the new power play setup. And actually for the 4-on-4, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I think we'll go with, of course, Realm, Corazzini, Larue. Have Leroy down here. And then probably have Huckins. Well, actually, Huckins is, again, a little bit slower. So we're not going to want him on the PK. Actually, well, I mean the extra power play, of course. Whoops. almost got it confused. Almost botched it. Would have botched it. So I guess we'll have Orr, Duchesne, Leroy, and Cogliano. Or actually, we could still get Hannon out there. Overthinking it. Let's go Orr, Hannon, Leroy, and let's get physical. I don't know what to do here. Because I'm tempted to leave Cogliano in. I mean, Aiden LaRue, Corazzini, all in. Flames, or, I'm thinking Duchesne over Cogliano at this point. We'll see if that ends up being the right point, the right way to go. By the way, trust me, I'm well aware, all of this will probably be for naught. We'll probably just get swept in the first round anyway. But hey, you can't say we didn't try. The PK is going to be Corazzini. Let's get Realm in there for sure. And then we'll have Hannon and LaRue. And we'll judge who has the best face-offs. And then it's going to be Hugo Suave. Perfect. The Hugo Suave pairing. And Sim will be with Leroy. Oh, boy. Can I get rid? Yes. Okay, there we go. So that works. And we'll go with LaRue, obviously, at center. And we'll go with Corazzini at center. And then the 3-man kill will be... let's have Corazzini and probably LaRue, because Rayom's not the best face-off man here. And then again, let's get Darby out of there for Sim. And the question is, can we avoid those chem penalties? And if not, oof. All right, you know what? We're going to go with this. I know they're a -3, but there are 3 best players, and then that way that works. So I think we're good. This is the team. How quickly we choose to, adapt the lineup based off of who's struggling and who's not, I don't know. We'll probably just stick with it. The Florida Panthers. Do we have to? I don't want to look at this again. I don't want to look at it again. The Florida Panthers, we have already lost to in this series. And it was mainly because of this man right here, Johan Almqvist, who is insane. Dylan Cousins and Vince Vandermeer also on the second line. But it looks like overall the team is weaker than it was. Sam Poulin, Yuri Lazarev with Andrei Grigorenko, Ivan Fedorov, Rodney Draper, and Damian Heatley. And a fourth line of Nils Höglander, Wyatt Johnston, and Hanu Ramo. It's good with a superstar, but it's not as offensively dynamic as it was. Guys, oh my God, this is winnable. I know I just said that. Now it's a horrible thing to say, but this is winnable. Bohinski and Kincaid, Payaravi, Pagadawan, Hanifin, and Gore. The goaltender is 84 Jaden Emerson, which means nothing. This is winnable. It really is. They have 2 top 6 caliber players in terms of overall. One of them clearly a superstar. Oh my God. This is winnable. Like, the difference in overall here isn't going to be that drastic. And we have home ice 85, 81. The goaltending is down to a 69 overall, which makes no sense because we have, a 77 and a 71, but nothing about this game makes sense. 83, we have the advantage everywhere but goaltending on paper. This is a winnable series. I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh, goodness. All right. It's game 1. Can the Growlers pull off their first playoff win in what feels like forever? Here we go. First period, goal apiece, LaPierre and Lazarev. We outshot them 15-3, but we're not winning. Papineau, goddammit. Second period, still deadlock. My God, we're outshooting them 23-9, and we're not winning. If we don't win this game, I don't think we deserve to win the series. I'm saying it already. We should win this game. We have no excuse. The defense has been on point, and they're winning. Vandermeer on the power play. It is going to be incredibly painful to have to play with this team if we lose this series. Duchesne is able to score 28 shots to 15, for God's sakes. Please, power play. Yes, Huckins, once it ends, please don't blow this. Thank you. Oh, God, thank you. I know I was incredibly negative, but can you blame me? With what we've seen from this team before. Cole Huckins, oh, captain, my captain, is the hero. We survive a scare. We survive nearly losing a series or a game in this series that we couldn't afford to lose. 3-2 is your final score. Papineau was not good, but at least we have a goaltender who was able to hold the team to 2 goals, I guess. I mean, he certainly could have been worse. Big win. Big win for the team. Whew. Good stuff. We're going to jump into game 2. We're not changing anything about the team, obviously. Let's do this. Please. Can we please pull off a miracle and win this series? Game 2, first period, we get the opening goal. LaPierre again. Great start to this series for him. 12 shots to 3 again. Incredible. I don't know if the Panthers just suck or if we're playing that good a defense right now. Second period, okay, well, now we have our answer. Lazarev with the 2 goals. 22 shots to 16. We're down 2-1. Not great. And Larue is able to tie it from a horrible angle. Power play, please. No. 13.5 to go. Boucher. An enigma. Rayom. A superstar. 4-2. Now 4-3. Vandermeer on the power play. Settle down. Power play, power play, power play. I'm kind of worried about our PK, but 5 minutes to go. Up by 1. 2-0 series lead, please, please, please. Yes. The Growlers have a 2-0 series lead over the Florida Panthers. Do you believe in miracles? Papineau, again, not great, but good enough. Thank God. 7 goals in 2 games. We go to Game 3. No lineup changes necessary. Here we are. Game 3 down in Florida. Beautiful sunrise. The swamp. Let's do this. First period, and the Panthers get the opening goal. Almquist finally gets the goal he was looking for. He's been very quiet in this series so far. Second period, that's better. Huckins and Duchesne. Man, everyone's stepping up on our team right now. Payarvi was able to tie it. 26 shots to 16. Tied it to a chance to take a 3-0 series lead if we were to win. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Bob the Builder. Come on now. Halfway through the period, power play for the Cats. Killed off. 5 minutes left. Somebody make yourself a hero. Boucher, Duchesne, Rayom, Larue, overtime, Cole Huckins, captain, make it happen. Somebody win this game for the Growlers. You didn't let me finish my sentence. An overtime win for the Florida Panthers. Grigorenko gets the dub. Emerson was great, and unfortunately we fall just short in that particular game, and it was our top players that let us down. No disrespect to Darby, but Larue, Corazzini, Rayom, Laflemme, they let us down. It's Papineau's best game of the series. The argument really is out there. Why not just run with Nick Russia? It really is. I mean, Papineau, he has an 896. It's tough to say that Russia would be that much worse. Obviously doesn't have appearances in these playoffs. All right. I think if they were to tie this series, I might bring back a goalie from the AHL. We'll see. It's Game 4. No changes necessary. It's been a very close series. Can we, keep that established lead, or will the Panthers tie this series? First period, good start. LaPierre and Sauvé. Very, very good. The defenseman getting involved. Second period, now 2-1, Heatley. I mean, obviously I want to call him Danny, but we go to the third. We're in a very good spot here. Can we hold on is the question. An insurance goal would be incredibly helpful. Halfway through the period, and there we go. We need that insurance goal. Grigorenko with the goal. Next goal is going to win this thing. Will it be the Panthers? Are they going to tie this up and keep that home team winning trend alive? We're going to overtime again. Here we are. Here we are. We cannot afford to lose 2 overtime games in a row. Overtime. Here it is. Can somebody win this game for the Growlers? Damn it! Twice. Lazarev wins it. We are tied at 2 games apiece. Damn it. So many moments now in this series where we've looked at it and said, what if? What if we had won just that one extra game? We have blown a 2-0 series lead. Back-to-back 3-2 overtime losses. We're just going to stick with it. It's Game 5. Back on home ice. What can we do with it? First period, scoreless, 12 shots to 11. Second period, oh my God. The Florida Panthers are going to win 3 straight games. Yeah, we only get 1 goal. Shorty from Hannon. And the Growlers are pretty much screwed because they're 85 overall goalies playing like a stud. The AHL team's moving on to round 2, which is great, but Rayome's been too quiet. That top line, they're just letting us down. Jaden Hines has done nothing. I'm not even going to bother making all the panic switches I do sometimes. I have no faith that we can win this. None. We'll stick with the team that got us here. I'm not going to bother calling up Cousineau. We'll just stick with the team that got us here. Hell of a spot we find ourselves in right now. One hell of a spot. It's game 6. We've lost 3 in a row. Can we snap that streak to force game 7? Here we are. First period, 1 goal apiece, Vandermeer and Larue. Vandermeer's outperformed all of our top players. Second period, 2 goals apiece, or at least a goal apiece, 2 goals total, Almqvist and Belmar. Third period, they have 14 shots. Is this the final period of play for the Growlers this season? It could very well be. We need something here. Anything. Please. You can't lose 3 overtime games in the same series. Oh my God. This is it. This is it. Overtime again. Is our season over? Shout out to that truck. Come on, please. He was just trying to hype up the boys. That's all he was trying to do, and we... Short-handed goal from Sam Poulin. It's over. We lose 4 straight games against a beatable team. This team's never going to win. The roster editing's not done. So we can't just say screw it and start a new series yet. Maybe I take a break from franchise mode for 2 weeks to finish editing. Make some other videos like the GM trade histories and stuff like that. Maybe work on the next Cold War episode. We'll see if we're back. But my God, what a disappointing result.